What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to yet again another episode of the Honda Recap. We're back at it once again, another week. How you all doing? I got some cool stuff to talk about. I want to go over last week. I want to talk about some new stuff this week. And then we go over what we usually go over. Let's go. What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to yet again another episode of the Honda Recap. Thank you all for joining me yet again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 8 o'clock when this thing airs, where we just go over what's been going on week to week here on YouTube in the Honda world. I want to give a huge shout out to Neo Garage for sponsoring this episode of the Honda Recap. Neo Garage is your one-stop shop for all your Honda Acura needs. If you need anything from Anki, K-tuned, hybrid racing, or anything else you need to tune your Honda or Acura, even Hondata parts, you definitely can find them right now at Neo Garage Online. Having a special Labor Day sale right now with the store. You don't need any coupons. I believe it's actually added at the checkout right now. So what you see when you're about to pay is actually the discounted pricing. So definitely check them out at neogarageonline.com. And if you need a little help to make sure you have the money to get the parts you need to build the car of your dreams right now, they are part of Snap Finance. Head over to the Snap Finance section and check that out. It only takes a little bit of information. You can actually get financing through Neo Garage Online to help you get the parts you want right now. I'll have the link in the description below so you can find out anything you need on the parts they have for sale or the financing if you want a little bit of help to get the parts you need. Neo Garage Online Labor Day sale, definitely check it out. Following that, I want to give a huge shout out also to Dempsey Corp, bringing you the all-wheel drive billet bell housing coming here soon for all-wheel drive your Honda, but they're more than that. Like I said in the past, if you want to build something, create something, or have something made and you've got the vision, definitely hit them up. Dempsey Corp, they can help you get everything you need from your brain to actual physical product if that's something you want. Following that, we got invictusjp bringing you JDM bronze glass for the EF and EG Civics and coming out with more things. Definitely check them out. All right, guys, with that said, I wanted to cover some of the stuff we talked about last week. And that was, are all-wheel drive Hondas here to stay for the future? And the general consensus is yes. Yes, the all-wheel drive scene isn't just a scene. It actually will happen. A lot of people were talking about needing to find a cheaper alternative to make cars all-wheel drive. And while I do believe in that, to make all-wheel drives as reliable as the all-wheel drive counterparts in other car manufacturers, cheap isn't exactly in the vocabulary, but affordable is. So whatever we can find to help make the car all-wheel drive and keep it on the road successfully with current day technology is absolutely something we need. And I know there's a lot of companies out there trying to make that happen, and it goes a long way. Aside from just transmissions, we need differentials. We need to get away from a viscous cup. We need to be able to make the whole car from suspension to differentials all work together, because if we're still going to be doing this stuff with our cars, trying to hit 500-600 horsepower, turboing, whether you have a K series or a B series, you're going to need all the supporting mods. You can't be out there on stock suspension hitting 600 horsepower with a rear differential. The whole thing just won't work. We can get into that a whole other time. What I wanted to talk about this week is K the way? You've heard about it on a lot of different channels. You've seen a lot of people basically go from D series to B series. We did that very long ago, from B series to K series. That is the new thing to do right now. Do you believe K is the way? I know a lot of us out there, even me right now, we have a B series in our car. We're having fun with it. We want to boost it. It makes reliable power. It makes a lot of power. Sometimes it's not reliable. But moving to the K series platform, it's not affordable. It is becoming a lot more affordable. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm saying it's becoming a lot more affordable. You need a motor, trans, ECU, a harness. You're essentially rebuying everything you may have bought to swap your car into a B series to make it K. Why? Because it's a completely new platform. It's bringing it into current generations with our cars. I'm a big fan of doing this, and I'm a big fan of also saying that we're driving around 25 to 30-year-old commuter vehicles. At the end of the day, our Civics were meant to get gas mileage and get you from point A to point B. We're the crazy ones that decided to put 500 horsepower in a tiny, what was $6,000 car. Some of us are getting cars for $2,000 and putting $15,000 in the engine bay. That is our fault, no one else's. So as long as we understand that, we can continue on to the next topic, which is K-Series the way. We found out how much power we can make out of a D-Series Vitara build, throwing a turbo on there. We have that down. B-Series, B20, B20 VTEC, B16B, throwing turbos on there. We've known where that has got us. If you go on Honda Tech, we see threads of people doing it back in 2004, back in 2006. We're now approaching 2020 right now, where K-Series might possibly be the way, and I believe that it is the way. Even coming from me right now, I know if you follow my builds, I have a B20 right now, but I would love and am planning on going K-Series. And the reason I do believe that K-Series is the way is because it resets everybody's clock back to zero. Whether you're an engineer, fabricator, business owner, or visionary, you now know that if we're going to keep the same cars and we're going to put the current generation engine in that car, which would be a K-Series, whether it's a K20, K24, or a Frankenstein, like I said, if you're an engineer or a fabricator, you are now reset to zero. We now have to start making parts that allow our EGs, our EFs, our EKs to adapt this new technology into our car. And by technology, I do mean the engine, just so we're clear on that. But basically what I'm saying is, do you believe K is the way? And this is an honest, open discussion, and I've been appreciating everybody's answers and comments in the description below. So go ahead and leave one right now, whether you think K is the way, or maybe you think B is just as good as K, or vice versa. I really would want to hear from you. I do think K is the way because it's going to push the Honda community further into the more relevant aspect of the world. If we want to gain respect, if we want to build the community into the future, we do need to move our cars and move all our thoughts and engineering into a way that will bring the current platform of things relevant right now. So I personally do think K is the way, not just because of power. I think it has to exist to, like I said, bring engineering to the table, to bring fabrication to the table, to make people think, hey, how do I make this work in this car? Well, we have to make this. When in the past, we didn't have to make adapters or fuel necks or swirl pots or for all the other things we've had for the B-Series and the D-Series. We now need them for these new platforms. K20 heads on K24 blocks, K24s in an EG, K24s in an EF. Everything has its own little Lego and some pieces are missing. And I believe that's going to push everybody else to start fixing all of those holes that we've created by wanting to put the new things in our old cars. So with that said, what do you guys think? Do you think K is the way? Do you still think B-Series is just as relevant? And trust me, I do believe that a lot of B-Series motors are making tons of power and still holding down 9, 10, and 8-second passes down the quarter mile. And on the tracks and circuit racing, a lot of B-Series are putting down some amazing times. So I'm not just saying, no, B-Series is outdated, stop building that, go K-Series. That's not at all what I'm saying. I just want to think, what do you guys think? Do you think the K-Series is the way to go? My personal opinion is I believe we need to continue the course and head that direction so that we can bring everything up to date as well. But as people who are business owners, like I said, fabricators, and building the future of Honda from a product standpoint, we need more people to jump on board K-swapping their cars, because these masterminds that are amazing at welding, CAD, fabbing, doing all the things that they're legitimately doing, we need them to see problems. And when they see the problems, they're the ones we lean to create the holes that we're missing to be able to make things happen. So it kind of helps the whole ecosystem and universe to make K-Series and Hondas become a more relevant platform. So like I said, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? D, B, K, what was your favorite? What do you think is the best? And do you think K is the way? What is your thinking on what we should do with K-Series moving forward right now? All right, guys, with that said, I want to kick this off with some channels I haven't talked about before, and that's CZ Mate. I know you guys seen this guy on Instagram. Really awesome dude. I think he's out there in Oregon. He's got an EJ1. He's been doing some cool things, and he found some really awesome deals on an Apexi exhaust and a K-tune shifter for the EJ1. The EJ1 is definitely one of those cars that I've always wanted to keep. I've had a couple of them and just always had to sell them or flip them or do something, but I've never actually been able to just keep one, man. And it's just a really awesome car, and I really like it, and I'm really loving what you're doing with yours, man. So definitely check out CZ Mate. He's got some cool products on his car. Following that, we got Honda Boy Tate. I believe this guy is actually right here in the Bay Area, has a really sick EG hatch. He may have picked up another one, I'm not sure, but I know his personal car has a really nice built motor tuned out here by Red Zone, so definitely check out Honda Boy Tate. Really cool guy, funny personality, and just showing you what you can do just with your two hands out there and just building something that he's always really wanted to build. All right, guys, following that, we got Chris Lazy Man Garage hanging out with a couple EF people, but you know what? Chris is always there to help anybody in need, and in this latest video, he's showing you basically put suspension in an EF to try to make it get all back to stock, essentially. I see what he's trying to do here, but I'm really excited. Lazy Man Garage, your channel's growing, man. The personality's just always been there, and you're always there to help your friends, man, and I can't respect that more. Following that, we got Chris Sadowski working out there on the Del Sol, part 2 of getting all the turbo components into the Del Sol, tapping the pan, getting the turbo in, and all the final details coming out soon. I think they're probably about 1 or 2 videos away from actually seeing the car running, and I'm really excited at how much effort you're putting into this right now. Following that, we got Dana, aka the EF God, hanging out with Higgins built. This K20 EF is one of the sickest ones out right now, fully caged. If you remember this car from like the early 2000s, it was amazing then, and it's only better now with the K series all done up, track inspired, and I believe he's actually going to get it to the track when he gets done touring it around. It's been a while since the car has been back. He's not giving up on it. He keeps building this car, and it's really awesome to see Dana sit down with him basically, and you get to see it firsthand. I'm really excited, man. This EF is just amazing. Following that, we got Zosh. Christina is back at home. Engine bay completely painted now. Bodyvision did an awesome job painting the engine bay, but is now in Zosh's possession. And if you've been following him, you do know that the K24 is getting all put together, painted, assembled, and it's going to get back into this engine bay. I'm really excited for this now because hopefully the weather clears up out there in Florida. You're going to get it all put together, and Zosh is just going to go for a couple long rips in the new Integra. Following that, we got Nick Sabella. If you guys have been following this channel, he actually has a couple Civics in his possession, and I think he's got an FRS as well, but I'm really excited to watch this little build series that he's got right now. He's got a D16 Y7 that he pulled out of his Civic, and he's going to do the due diligence and taking it apart, cleaning it, and rebuilding it because he just wants to keep his car the way it is, and I can't hate on that whatsoever, man. Do your thing, have fun, and I really love the quality of your videos. Following that, we got Driven Films Photography out there with the H22 A4, I believe it is, CB7 Accord, one of the sickest Accord channels out there right now, and he's doing pulls in it, just showing you what it has underneath, how much power it's making, and how much fun he has when it makes that power. So definitely check out Driven Films Photography. I very, very much enjoy this channel. Next up, we got Baytech with the K20 Turbo FD3S RX7. That's a mouthful. Build. I'm really excited for this, man, because you're playing around with Raspberry Pi, you have a cool little dashboard, and you're doing all the little things you need to make sure that you know how fast you're going, the oil temps, the coolant temps, getting all your things that you need to know in the car, and I'm really excited of how much power this makes, and I'd love to see you actually get this car to the track and just more driving videos, man, because no one else is doing this. And last but not least, we got Vasily Garage with the K24 intercooler piping going in. Monica is coming around incredibly well. It's been very exciting to watch this build. You want all motor, all out, and now you're doing all turbo, all out, which is amazing with the guys out there at Vibrant helping you with a bunch of different cool stuff. All black, everything in the engine bay, super, super clean. Your attention to detail is always off the charts, man. It's definitely always been an inspiration to me. All right, guys, with that said, that's it for this episode of the Honda Recap. I want to bring some new things to the table. I've been considering bringing Instagram back on here, and I want to bring up a lot more new channels like I used to in the past. So I really encourage you, all you guys out there, to post on a weekly basis if you can, because that's why I'm doing this right here on the Honda Recap on a weekly basis, because I want to push you guys to create. So I want new faces on here as well. I don't want anyone to feel left out. I just keep talking about the same people. I felt that in my heart as well, and that's because I want to push you guys and encourage you guys and the people posting weekly to encourage everybody else with smaller channels to get out there, work on your car, just be a part of the community, and just be willing to put yourself in front of the camera, because all of us do it. And I know it's not easy, man. It's definitely something we all have to push through. I got a couple new segments I want to bring back to this. I'm really going to push the Honda Recap into a whole new bracket of what is itself. I want to bring up new talking points. I want to bring Instagram, and I want to bring some polls in here. I want to bring the Honda Recap in a whole new generation within itself. I think it's time to step it up. We're here, we've got this solid, and I want to bring it up to finally the next final stages that I've always envisioned for the Honda Recap. So thank you to everybody out there who watches every Monday night, who's here to support me and the community. I want to bring more, and this might be getting longer and just a lot more fun nighttime format for everybody else. I'm really still considering upping the air times to about 5 or 6 on the East Coast. Let me know in the comments as well what you guys think about that. I got a lot more planned for the Honda recap. Big thank you out to Neo Garage Online for sponsoring this episode of the Honda Recap. Definitely check out the links in the description below and head over to Neo Garage Online and check out what they have on sale right now for their Labor Day specials. You can get anything from RPF1s, K-Tune shifter, hybrid racing, Honda, anything you want to build your car. If you don't have enough money right now, you can absolutely check out Snap Finance through Neo Garage Online, and they would definitely help you get what you want for your car right now. Big shout out again to our sponsor Dempsey Corp for bringing you the all-wheel drive billet bell housing coming very soon. If you have something you want to build, definitely let them know. They got everything from CAD drawing, illustration to actually making you a physical product. And invictusjp bringing you JDM bronze glass for the EG hatch and the EF hatch, and a lot more products coming soon. Head over to Thehondavlogs.com/shop. Pick yourself up a shirt, a hoodie, a sticker, anything else you guys want to support this channel. Let's bring it. I have a lot more planned right now. With all your guys' support, and every shirt definitely helps me push this into a bigger, more long-term nighttime thing we can have right here every Monday night. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 8 o'clock when this thing airs. I'll see you guys next week. Peace. And all you guys in Premiere right now, thank you for joining me yet again. I wish I could leave this chat going a little bit longer.